Okay, I just saw the remake of Mulan, and before I talk about this one that a lot of people don't seem to care about, and what the critics are enjoying, let me just go through what I thought about the original Mulan movie. We watched like the two Mulan movies. The first Mulan movie, if you saw my review, I absolutely love the original. Well, I love the voice acting, I love the animation, the songs, the comedy. I love Mushu. I love Yao, Ping, and Shampoo. And everyone, and everything else. And plus, I absolutely love Chinese culture, or I still find it fascinating. So love the first one. The second one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I'm sorry. Mulan 2 is extremely awful. Oh, so, oh, definitely the worst of the Disney sequels, definitely the worst of the Disney direct-to-video films, one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. So, now we have this remake out right now. It was well received by critics. It was very split by audiences. Was like people say like this is worse than the Lion King remake. And oh boy, how do I put this? I'm just gonna come across saying that the remake of Mulan was just okay. That's the best way to describe it. Okay. On the surface, I can see why critics like it, but on the other side, I do see why people really don't necessarily care about. Well, I see why people don't really care about it. So this is basically like a half and half reaction for me. So let me just start off that. We already know the story. Mulan goes and fight an army. Why? Because her father. Well, David basically takes her father's place because you know what he is. But this time he has like a broken, sort of a broken dysfunctional leg or something. And so she takes his armor, or runs away from home, impersonates a soldier. Not to reference the movie a bit, but you know how it goes. She of course they don't get her. We already know what the rest of it is like, but it's not like a shot for remake of the original. Oh, because it is pretty different to the original. Oh, so let me just address one thing about the film. The first half of the film is, in my opinion, bland, mediocre, it was alright, but I just feel it was pretty kind of bland, mediocre, and truth be told, it was kind of boring from the first act of the film. However, there were parts of the first half of the film that were actually kind of entertaining. Some parts actually got a chuckle out of me, like some decent laughs. Even though the film wasn't meant to be a comedy, but when it does have a couple of scenes that are supposed to be funny, I actually did get a laugh. Well, like a chuckle at least. And it did have a couple of cool action scenes. And then when the first hour of when the 50-minute mark or the hour mark. Well, actually, I see when it goes at the 50-minute mark, that's where it actually starts to get better, or like a lot better. The acting in the film. Well, that's another problem I have with the film. Well, some of the acting doesn't feel too bad. It just feels wooden. A lot of people say it was wooden, and they're pretty much right. So, the biggest important role of the film is actually on the actress who played Mulan. That's the best way to describe her. The first act of the film, she feels so bland, and generic. But then when and like I said, when the 50-minute mark, that's when she actually starts to become better. Or I say this is like a better version of, kind of a better version of Jin from Rogue One. A Star Wars story, you already know that. Oh boy, this was kind of like a bit of a tough remake, but but at least I got through it fine. But let me just address about the good things about it. It's shot beautifully. It has really great atmosphere. The city itself is incredible to look at, and the villages are incredible. Well, even the Chinese culture is still there, and it still looks wonderful. And the action scenes are literally the best part of the movie. Especially at the especially at the hour mark, or basically around the last third of the film. I was I don't know. Well, I guess it is a tough call. Some of the characters are actually likable. Like the villain played by David from Lilo and Stitch. Jason Scott Lee. He was the villain in this, Boricon, which is not say it's Shan Yu, it's Boricon. There's a captain played by Donnie Yen from Rogue One, a Star Wars story. I think it was called Captain Tung, if I remember. Like I said, he's played by Donnie Yen, who played the blind guy in Rogue One on a Star Wars story. Yeah, the movie feels like another version of Rogue One, and it's also trying to be like Wonder Woman, or every other female lead movie. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love females myself. I adore women, but the music as well. The music, it was done by the guy who did the music for the Tigger movie and what else? The Shrek movies. There's a phoenix in the movie, I will admit, barely in the movie. Kind of pointless, but it looks cool. Well, that's the technically that is Mushu, but which I still wish that they got Mushu into this. I just wish this movie was just something different. I guess that's pretty much it I wanted to say. Overall, I think the film is just okay. The first half of the film is just bland and boring, a bit, with a couple of cool scenes. And then the other half starts to get good. So, I feel very mixed about this one. Like I said before, it's like if I thought, I thought if Rogue One, a Star Wars story, wasn't all that special. But if you want a better version of this movie, I say Rogue One, a Star Wars story is the better movie for you, even though it has one actor, even though it has elements from that movie, and has one actor from that movie that's in this movie. And so, that's it. It was alright. I probably would watch it again, maybe in the future, but I just wouldn't really watch it like a million times, so I would definitely place it on the better Disney remakes, but just on the low side. So, yeah, that's it. So you might be now wondering, what's the next movie I'm going to review? How about a movie from the director of the Bridget Jones movies? Say, like, Enchanted took place in Boston. So, if you have seen the movie, what did you think? Did you hate the movie? Did you like it? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe to the video and share the video. I'm the Bostonian Critic, and I will see you later. Take care.